darker than before. Tales get cold with more blood and gore. Tales get strong. Two guys will read it all. Tales get Podcast.
Welcome to Tales Gets Podcast, the first and still only Tales Gets Trolled podcast on the internet. I'm your Tales Gets Trolled veteran, Kris from Expect Nothing, Get Less.
Yo, guess what it is? It's your boy Obesus. I am your second host. Also from Expect Nothing, Get Less. Now editing our fucking Dragon Ball Z video. So, probably gonna have it out in like 5 years or some shit.
Man, I can't wait till we're 30 and we can finally listen to it.
Yeah. So, long time no recording.
Yes, it's been, what, one whole week?
Yeah, a whole week. This is very off-brand for us, don't worry. We will now take a long hiatus so you can get back to norm.
Yeah. I mean, the real reason we're recording so fast now is because my semester ended like 1 or 2 weeks ago. So, I have free time. Ain't that a bitch?
Well, I mean, not for our fans who want to listen to Tales Get Podcast.
Absolutely. No, I meant that as a bitch in the positive.
Ah.
Bitches can be nice. Like a female dog. That's neutral.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yes.
You make a valid point.
But yes, recording pretty fast. The episode went up literally yesterday.
Yeah.
So,
also editing pretty fast considering we recorded just a week ago and it went up like...
I mean, if I actually start editing, the editing doesn't take more than a couple of hours. It's just finding the time to do it, which I do have, so...
Well, you can always just sacrifice sleep for editing, like I do.
I could. It's not like I'm doing anything in the daytime. So,
yeah.
I'm in pure vacation mode right now.
I'm just talking about like when you're studying. Just do like me. Edit until like 4 a.m. or some shit.
When I'm studying, I have so many fucking things I gotta do that I'm basically staying up to 4 a.m. anyway just to do homework and shit.
Yeah, and then you stay up, edit until 6 a.m.
And then I can attend my classes at 8. Hell yes.
Dude, all-nighters. It's the fucking college lifestyle.
I've pulled many, Andre. I'm familiar.
Okay. Now, anyway...
Yes.
I'm guessing we don't have any controversies. There's probably not any news going on. Or am I wrong?
No news as far as I'm aware, and there's no real controversies, but there were some things I wanted to point out, so I guess we'll just call this segment Controversies? ?
Yes.
So the first of our controversies is
question mark?
is that we last episode we talked about bird feet, and do they have a name? Do they not? Apparently, in English, bird feet are just called bird feet. There's no fancy word for it, which is very off-brand for English, where you usually have a fancy word for fucking literally everything.
Yeah, or you borrow some Latin fucking word.
Well, yeah, but we were talking about the Roadrunner's feet, and specifically, the Roadrunner has what's called zygodactyl feet, which means that there are 2 toes in the front and 2 in the back, like a chameleon would have.
Oh.
So you can grab shit. So that's pretty interesting. Humans, by the way, have pentadactylous feet, and fingers, meaning 5 digits. And speaking of digits, finally I looked into the fucking 4-finger thing you were talking about. We only have 4 fingers, and the thumb is not technically a finger. And Andre, I'm here to say you're fucking full of shit, but not entirely. The thumb is unique in that it is only 1 joint instead of 2 joints like the other fingers or the other digits. But that's pretty much all that makes it unique. So most medical guides refer to the thumb as a finger. Ergo, it's only fucking pretentious fuckwads, and there are some out there who are like, actually the thumb is not a finger, it's only a digit. Like there's a big fucking difference between calling it a digit and a finger. It's the same fucking shit.
Yeah.
So, but you're not entirely wrong. Some people do actually say, we actually have 4 fingers, and the thumb is unique. It's its own thing because it has one less fucking joint, and he can move around a bit more better. The second of our controversies is that you called me...
Question mark?
You called me Hoge on the last podcast, which is a first.
Oh, fuck.
Because you usually call me Kris.
Yeah.
To explain that, in Norway, Christopher is a very popular name, especially the year I was born, in 96.
Yeah.
And so there was a shit ton of Christophers running around.
We had 3 Christophers in our class at some point in elementary school.
Yeah, and the middle school as well, we had multiple Christophers. It wasn't until high school where I was the only Christopher in the class, which was like, oh my god, finally a class without any fucking Christophers. So yeah, everybody would call me, different nicknames depending on that. But ever since high school, everybody's just called me Kris. So that's usually what I go by nowadays. But some habits die hard.
Yeah.
With Bruce Willis. So there you go. But next time you call me that, I'm literally gonna execute you, Andre. So,
oof.
Time to die.
Tempting. Very tempting. I mean,
anyway,
I don't have a whole lot to live for, so let's be fair.
So yeah, that's all for the controversies. Question mark. Anything you have to say, Andre?
Yeah, I have an addendum actually. Previous chapter we talked about Elmer Fudd's shadow in the chapter spread, right?
Yes.
And how he seemed to have a bigger nose, the hat was smaller and everything,
yes.
And we wondered, is it Mario?
Yes.
Well, I'm here to fucking blow this case wide open. It's not Mario, it's Luigi.
That actually could make sense.
I mean, foreshadowing, right? Because you think it's just a shitty Elmer Fudd shadow, but then it's like, well, what about the big nose? What about the hat?
Yeah.
And then he fucking finds Luigi. That's what I'm going with. That's my headcanon.
That might actually be the intention, but with Laserbot's arts, you never know if it's purposely something or if it's just him fucking up. If Laserbot was actually a really competent artist, it would be like, okay, yeah, that's clear foreshadowing. But even now, just because this is Laserbot, it's unclear. But you're probably right, Andre. So good critical thinking on display from Andre here. I'll give you a
rare occurrence indeed.
Absolutely. So yeah, there we go. Good stuff.
Yeah. So, do we get anything else, or should we get right into the comic?
Let's go right into the chapter spread, which
and just oh god, oh fuck, oh lord, oh Jesus.
Yeah, that's not a good one, and just compositionally, it's a complete fucking mess.
It's a nightmare.
So it's a bunch of jagged. You take a full page and it's cut into panels, but all the panels are jagged. First of all,
it's like a fucking mosaic.
It's like a mosaic, but every single panel has a character or something in it. One just has a book, but mostly characters in it. But then people are popping out of the panels anyway. So what was the fucking point of making it like that? And it's just a collection of fucking characters with no rhyme or reason as to their placement, seemingly.
Yeah.
And the most striking thing of the entire piece is a big hand coming out at you, and the hand is so awkwardly placed that it looks like it's coming from Rob, who is in the lower right side, but I believe it's supposed to be Silver's hand.
Yeah, because it's the same glove as all the Sonic characters use.
Yeah, but yeah, the perspective makes it all sorts of fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, so fuck me.
From the top left, you have a book, which I believe is supposed to be Coyote's book.
Yeah.
Where he keeps all his monsters, but the cover art is very strange because it looks like a circus, somebody putting up a circus tent or something. It's very, don't know what it's supposed to represent.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, looks like somebody. It's like a tutorial for pitching a tent.
Yeah, probably something like that.
The next to him you have Hindo for some reason. It's nothing to do with the book. Then you have Sylvester looking angry, and then
ooh, not a very good neutral.
Yeah, exactly. And then so next to him there's the Roadrunner, but in between them there are two snakes, which we will see in this chapter, known as the Yin Yang snakes. But
God,
the way they're like positioned, it looks like they're like dreads of. It looks like Sylvester has dreads or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I was so desperately trying to figure that shit out.
Yeah, it's very bizarre, and they like go down halfway through the page, and then right under the Roadrunner, you have a real derpy Coyote, looking neutral, so that's good. At least he's being good neutral.
Well, I mean, I think Coyote is the best neutral.
Yes, he's the prodigy, as they say.
Come at me tomorrow.
Demaro is a terrible neutral. If his soul wasn't evil, he would be the worst fucking neutral.
Yeah.
So next to Coyote, you have a sort of like confused but kind of angry looking Tom.
Yeah. We're not going from Coyote to the left.
Yeah. And to the left of him is Demaro, and to the left of him is Luigi, and finally Elmer Fudd.
Yes.
So
and
then below
Luigi
him, under Luigi and Fudd, you get Shadow looking miffed.
Well, Shadow just looking like Shadow then.
Yeah. Right next to him, you see like a really weirdly confident looking Tails with extremely dilated pupils.
Yeah, either super high Tails or yeah.
His eyes aren't red, but
oh, true.
But yeah, he has extremely dilated pupils, looking kind of. He has like the fucking classic DreamWorks smirk on his face.
Oh, that's it. That's what. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, he's doing DreamWorks face right here.
Yeah. To the right of Tails is Silver, looking very mad and holding out his hand.
It's the bizarre looking Silver we described, where he's holding his hand up like towards the screen and like scrunching his fucking fingers. His joints like halfway, like he's doing a claw or something.
Yes, and again, just gonna get one on a drinking game already. Super sexy hand from Laserbond.
I don't think this hand is very good. I think it's kind of misproportioned.
Sure,
it's not a great hand.
The index finger is misproportioned, but other than that, the composition on the hand is good.
The index finger is way too long. The fucking middle finger is like really thick at the bottom. For some reason, the two fingers next to it are way too close. The thumb is nice looking though. You know that, but yeah, this entire hand is sort of one of Laserbot's worst hands, and it's the most like prominent thing in the frame. It's, you know, from art theory, it's the center point. It's where all you just see a big collage, and your eye is drawn to this big center hand here, and it's not a particularly good looking hand either way. So. Pictures all sorts of wrong, and then
and speaking of center, in between Demaro, Tom, Coyote, like in the middle of Demaro, Tom, Coyote, Silver, and Tails is Trollface.
Oh yeah, forgot to mention that.
Well, he's extremely forgettable.
Well, not for long. You'll see.
Oh god.
And right next to Silver finally is Rob. In a pretty good depiction of him, I think, sort of struggling. And the title is, so there's like underneath this big collage, there's like black, but it has like black tendrils coming up. It's decent looking, I suppose. And
it's the best part about this whole chapter spread.
Yeah, but then it says Chapter 15, Part 1, The Guardians.
Ooh.
Is what it says. Sounds like it's saying, but it's supposed to be Chapter 15, The Guardians, Part 1. But the Part 1 is above The Guardians, so it looks like it says Chapter 15, Part 1, The Guardians. It's like,
well, that's
gonna be like there's going to be two parts of Chapter 15. So that's bad. But I do want to point out that there's actual capitalization in the title, which I believe has only happened one other time.
Holy shit.
So wow, finally Laserbot.
All right.
Whenever I upload the episodes, I can't bring myself to not capitalize the titles. I always do it, even though they almost never are. So but this time, you know, I don't have to make any change to Laserbot's art.
This time you won't deceive our fans.
Absolutely. So yeah, the Guardians. We learned about the Guardians last chapter.
Yeah.
The Dusk Hunter is one of them, so maybe we'll learn more. Yeah, one final critique of this this spread here is that this tells me fucking nothing about the chapter I'm about to read.
Yeah, and Laserbot, they probably... well, wait a minute. Actually, last chapter pretty much covered all the characters that was in the chapter, so maybe this one...
yeah, and last chapter spread was decent. But
also because usually the chapter spread doesn't convey what is actually happening in the chapter, but last chapter was very truthful to what was going on. Yeah,
last chapter was good. This one, not so good. Most of these characters appear, but Fudd and Luigi do not appear. But otherwise, I was very impressed that, oh my god, you drew all these characters and almost all of them appear, because there's been previous points where, the chapter spread, like the fucking battle between Demaro and Gary, where the chapter spread was like this collage of a bunch of characters, and the only characters you saw was fucking Demaro and Gary.
yeah.
Like, makes no sense. So at least this is sort of true to the chapter, but, the show is something more exciting.
Yeah, I think we can forgive omitting 2 characters when you got, the other 20 correct.
Right, but you just don't draw a fucking chapter spread like that of 20 characters.
No!
This shit sucks.
This is Laserbot, okay? This is
even
fucking Laserbot.
Even you would agree with that, Andre. Even you would agree with that. These collage style...
How hard am I gonna simp for Laserbot? Okay, I hate the collages, I will admit that. I absolutely hate them. In
previous episodes, you've criticized the collage style chapter spreads.
Because it is...
sorry to say Laserbot, but it's kind of lazy. It's kind of lazy. It's kind of lazy bot.
You know what? Just for that, I will give you full point.
All right, let's actually get into the chapter here.
Yeah.
So it's a fairly action-packed chapter. So a lot of play-by-play going on. But yeah, so we come right back into the Rob v. Hindo battle, where there were multiple daydreams in the last chapter. Hopefully that doesn't happen anymore, and Rob is, keeps his mind focused on the fucking battle this time. So yeah, last chapter ended kind of awkwardly with Rob looking into the wall and using the detect aura shout to detect where Hindo was going. And here you can see that Hindo is actually spreading himself into a bunch of electricity, apparently, because you see the aura in the wall is like turning into a bunch of like small auras going every which direction, making Hindo hard to dodge.
That is damn.
Yeah, clever girl.
That's good. Yeah.
So Hindo pops out of the wall, and seemingly a bunch of Hindos, like smaller electrical Hindos, pop out of the wall, and Rob manages to fight back a couple, but then he gets punched by a couple of others, and then he sort of gets wombo comboed into getting punched by a shit ton of them, until they all finally gather all the way above Rob and forms into full Hindo, and he starts charging up his fucking lightning ball, or thunder ball as they called it. So yeah, cool stuff.
Yeah, it's good. Can't really critique a lot.
Yep, it's good.
Yep.
So on to next page. I love these two first frames here.
Yeah.
We have like a hyper detailed freaking Hindo face where it just says "Time to die, Dragonborn," looking real angry. You see his fucking gums, and it's like crackling all throughout his skin, and his face is shaded very like pencil-esque. Looks pretty good.
I love the shading, or just the pencil-esque look in general.
Yeah, even though it technically wouldn't make a lot of sense because he's made of lightning right now, but whatever. I'll allow it. It looks stylish.
Well, it might not necessarily be made of lightning. It could just be engulfed by it.
It would still make him shine. It wouldn't make it so he did shadows on his fucking face.
Alright, fair enough.
But, it looks cool, so... Who cares? As long as it looks cool. Fuck the rules.
Yeah, rule of cool.
Yeah, exactly. But after he says "Time to die, Dragonborn," it just cuts to Rob looking like the biggest fucking Chad. Just see his fucking butt chin, and he has like thick, full lips, and he's just like looking defiant and has no comment. So, I just love that
thick,
juxtaposition.
Full kissable lips.
Yeah, he has those Ben Shapiro post-op lips.
Wait, Ben Shapiro is fucking... No, okay, I need... Hang on, okay, this is important.
Yeah, there are theories that Ben Shapiro has done some lip
I
fuller
found some pictures.
Yeah, because it's very striking when you see from one to the other. Because usually Ben Shapiro has very thin looking lips, but recently has pretty big juicy ones. So kind of sussy. What are you doing, Ben?
Why do you need full lips? What? You sucking dick in the free time?
I don't know. Maybe you thought he looked better. It's a very strange choice.
No, okay, Ben. Your lips aren't a problem. The rest of your face is.
Yeah, and he also paints on his eyebrows because there have been, unearthed photos of him with a lot thinner eyebrows. So he has eyebrow work. He has fucking lip work. You're a full fucking like yassified queen, Ben Shapiro. And you're criticizing drag queens? Come on.
Well, just goes to show that he's a total hack, just like you said.
Absolutely. He's a full grifter.
Yeah.
Anyway. Back to Sigma Rob here.
Fuck yeah.
Literally me.
No.
So I just want this Rob face to be one of those other like literally me type characters.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Patrick Bateman and Ryan Gosling from Drive and Ryan Gosling from Blade Runner. Most of Ryan Gosling's characters really, which all men strive to be. Apparently silent and violent. Yeah, Hindo, he screams "ah" as he shoots a big lightning Kamehameha down at Rob, who dodges just in time.
Okay, I don't. Okay, so he shoots it.
Yeah.
And Rob dodges.
Yeah.
I fucking hate these 6-5 frames.
What?
Okay, so you read it top left or like. We read it down, then to the right.
Yeah, the direction you're supposed to read them is very confusing. It seems like they're all out of order.
Oh,
I don't know.
Okay, I got it.
I don't know what the foot is supposed to showcase here.
Okay, I got it. Okay, because the reason I'm having trouble with it was that when Hindo blasts Rob, I think you're supposed to read it top left. Okay, there are 5 frames.
Yeah.
With one long frame in the middle showing Rob evading. That's probably the last frame you're supposed to read. You're supposed to read the top left frame, then Rob going, looking at the blast coming at him, then you're supposed to read the bottom left frame, then the bottom right frame showing Rob sort of like shuffling away, and then the middle frame showing him actually evading. And then you read downwards of him landing on his back and shit.
Well, no, that's not how I read it. I read it as him shooting the thing down, and then he dodges it, and then Rob says, The only confusing part about that, because afterwards you see, the reason he says, I think, is because he has a plan to do something epic. But the only reason it's confusing is that when Rob says, you see that the blast is sort of like mid being like charged up or shot, and it's not fully shot like you see in the middle there. So I think it might just be a art error on that frame, because otherwise it'd be less confusing.
Yeah, possibly.
Either way, Rob dodges the blast, and he's like, okay, so he falls down on his back, and then he fucking whirlwind sprints or runs up the fucking beam, screaming, as we get a really fucking derpy Rob face where his head is literally the shape of like a bullet bill, and it looks like a bullet bill. And
who knew that Rob was alive with Bowser this entire time?
Exactly. And then we see zoom in on Rob like clenching his fist, and here you go. Here's a good Elizabeth hand.
Oof. Oh, naughty hands.
And then we see Rob screaming, and then Hindo saying "fucking damn it," and then the final frame is Rob is about to punch Hindo.
Yeah, fucking deck him in the face.
All right, next page.
Yeah.
First of all, I just want to say that apparently Rob just intuitively knows that he can run up the beam. How would he know that? It's not like whirlwind sprint makes you fly.
Yeah, I mean, unless whirlwind sprint just propels you. But that is
the whirlwind sprint is in the game, right? It just makes you run faster. No? I forget. It's been a long time since I played.
No, you can stand still and use it as well, so you don't have to run to use it. So my guess is that it just propels you, and you probably just run to keep your balance, most likely.
I see. Either way, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
Really cool.
It's some what do you call it? Lateral thinking on Rob's part.
Yes. You know, this is literally like D&D really cool shit right here. It's like, can I run on the laser beam? And the DM being like, that is so fucking awesome. I'll just let you do that, Rob. Hell yeah.
Or like Goku when he fucking uses the Kamehameha to grind on the Kefla's beam.
That is just fucking badass. And that makes sense with the rules of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Dragon Ball should be more creative with that shit, but...
Yeah.
Usually don't.
Remember when Goku used to fucking Kamehameha with his feet?
Yeah, he did do it a couple times when he was younger.
Yeah. I think the last time was against Piccolo Jr.
Yeah, in the tournament.
Yeah, that's the last time he used it. That was fucking... Although, I guess he used it to fly, so...
Yeah, but...
But he also knew how to fly at that point.
But it's just like cool creative shit. Just, Dragon Ball sort of got flanderized into everything being about shooting big beam. But, you know, do something more creative with it. Why not?
Yeah. I think the last creative thing that was done was the instant Kamehameha.
The instant Kamehameha?
Yeah, where Goku charges up the Kamehameha and then teleports the blast cell from up close.
Yeah, that was good. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about Dragon Ball.
Let's talk about Tails gets bald.
Yeah, this fight has particularly been very Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Especially
okay,
with the Dragon Ball parody in the beginning.
Yeah, we know you hate the comparisons, but come on.
Well, I mean, he's doing it tongue-in-cheek now, I think.
Sure. That's fair.
Then it just cuts to outside, I think. And
he probably got blasted through the roof.
Yeah, you see it blasting through the roof, but you see the bodies like go opposite directions, so it's very unclear. But it seems like Rob clearly attacked Hindo, because Hindo is like falling, but Rob just decided to propel himself to the opposite side. Why not propel himself closer to Hindo so he could do more damage?
That's a good question. I mean, he could just have a flair for the dramatic, you know.
Yes, I mean, he is wearing a fucking superhero costume.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rob lands on his feet, Hindo lands on his back, and Hindo says, this is going to be fun after all. Does not question why the sky's red, but Rob does. He says, what the hell's going on out here? Why is the sky red? So Hindo says, I'm going to kick your ass so hard on this fucking roof, you'll wish you'll never fucked with me. Prepare to be schooled in battle, noob. And what's worth pointing out about this is Laserbot finally remembered what a punctuation mark is. So, man, that is epic. Although he didn't actually had to, he could have used a comma between roof and Yule. Also, proper hyphen there.
Oh my god!
He literally wrote U-LL. Oh my god, Laserbot, you're getting better.
He's learning.
I can't believe it. No capitalization though. But you know, one step at a time. Yes.
Yeah. And Rob's epic comeback. Have you not noticed it yet? I don't have fucking ears. With the R and S bleeding out of his speech bubble.
Also, that makes no fucking sense. Have not noticed it yet? What? Yeah. So, you know, baby steps, but you're getting there. At least you wrote you've and not you, yeah. Yeah, I guess he's never written you've.
Probably not.
Thinking of it. But, you know, not entirely correct, but you're getting there.
Yeah, man.
Language acquisition. You're almost at the final step. So then we get a back to Coyote. And, cuts back to Coyote and Demaro.
Yeah.
And, Coyote just says, well, I'm ready whenever you decide to make your move, Demaro. Cut to Demaro just looking pissed, saying a bunch of dots. And we get a extreme close-up on the Dusk Hunter's like face, kind of, from the side. Very strange. And then a close-up on its leg. And then a close-up on the Roadrunner, which is great.
Yeah.
And then...
Well, there's some motion lines on...
Don't know.
there are motion lines on Rob and the Dusk Hunter. No, on Rob, Demaro and the Dusk Hunter in all their frames, but there aren't any on the Roadrunner. So probably, you know, it's Demaro shaking with anger, the Dusk Hunter winding up to actually move.
Or they're moving already, or something.
Yeah.
But it's not clear if there's supposed to be motion lines, or if it's just the art style.
No, I'm just assuming they are.
Hard to say, but we get a great picture of Demaro screaming, "Die, Coyote!" Ah! And he opens his mouth real wide, and you see his sharp teeth, and he drew it like really detailed into like the gums. So you see that the teeth like kind of realistically hit the gums. Kind of disturbing looking.
Yeah, but, it makes him look way more evil.
More demonic. But
I think that's
good.
Just like a general drawing thing. If you want to make someone look more unsettling, you draw the gums as well, especially in manga and shit like that.
Absolutely. Gums are kind of
nasty.
Yeah, there's just sort of it hits that, because gums, if you draw them realistic, it's sort of hits that uncanny valley.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's this like kind of realistic teeth and gums on like something that's not supposed to be human. It's like, ooh, it's kind of weird looking.
Is it not supposed to be there in a way?
Exactly. It's like putting like realistic, human teeth on a bear or something. It looks fucking weird because
Speaking of uncanny valley,
yeah,
I actually read this, and it makes a lot of sense. It was also published in some papers. Like the reason we found uncanny valley to be disturbing is because of the other, human races that went extinct, like Neanderthals and that shit. Is that they looked so much like us, but they were not like us, and that's why we have evolved to sort of consider anything that looks like us but clearly isn't like us to be a potential threat or danger.
Wow. Well, that's interesting. If that's true.
Yeah. If it's true.
But yeah, I suppose that makes sense. We did kill all those fucking Neanderthals after all. Yeah.
Well, that also fucking blew my mind when I learned, did you know that there were not just Neanderthals? There were like, I think, 5 different species of human.
There are lots of them.
Yeah.
But they all died out pretty early. The only ones that lived at the same time as the Homo sapiens, I believe, was the Neanderthals.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, but there were a shit ton before us.
Yeah.
Before our Homo times, our sapien times.
Yes.
And we all come from the mighty Erectus, after all.
That's true. And I can tell you, I am erect.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, erect means to stand up, because they were the first monkeys to try standing on 2 feet.
You think like the other monkeys that observed it were just like, what the fuck are these guys doing? Some avant
what are these
bullshit?
losers doing, bro?
Standing on 2 feet? What the hell?
Cringe.
Yeah.
Can run way faster if you stand on 4, bro.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if that's true. That might not be true.
I guess, if as they were evolved, probably, because they kind of used their, it's kind of the same reason we don't walk on 4 anymore, is that, we've just evolved away some of those joints or, proportions for it.
Well, the reason we don't is because we didn't live in trees anymore.
Yeah.
Trees, the arms are more important to, live up in the trees.
Yeah, but I guess it's like a 4-wheel drive where you got 4 limbs to sort of propel you forwards. I'm sure like running on all 4s was probably more efficient to some degree.
Maybe. I wonder what is faster, because humans can run mighty fast.
Yeah.
I'm sure a fucking movie can a human can run out a fucking chimp. Let's have a race. Let's get the fucking fastest chimp and Usain Bolt, and let's have a fucking race. Let's beat those fucking loser chimps. Fucking apes. You think you're as good as fucking Homo sapiens? Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, and even if
gorillas, get the fuck out of here. Bonobos, you just want to fuck all day, and that's based. And I wish I was one of you, but fuck you.
No, okay. Any species that revolve around sex is fucking based.
Absolutely. Bonobos, all they do is bang all day, because they express like most feelings through sex. It's like they express like brotherly love through sex and like romantic love through sex, and so they're banging their bros, they're banging their hoes, they're banging everybody. They just love it.
Hell yeah.
And just like normal kindness, it's like, what a kind thing, let me bang you for this. Like,
I feel like I read a dotion like that.
it's all based in the bonobos.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough.
Where did we go wrong?
Ape talk. Yeah. Return to monkey.
I wish we could. Anyway, any more comments on this page?
No.
No.
So on the next page, the Demaro is riding the Dusk Hunter, And he's running towards Coyote, I assume. And he says, I have to step it up if I want to kill him like I want, so no fucking around. And Coyote, he's chill as fuck. He's just, just take your time, whatever. And so Demaro does his classic thorns move. But Coyote just looking chill, and you see a flash of just the frickin' Roadrunner all around the page, again saying beep beep, not meep meep. And
don't you disrespect the Roadrunner like that. Don't you disrespect him like that. Ooh.
I do believe he says meep later in this chapter.
Oh, he better.
He shreds up all the vines, and then Demaro's like, fuck, that thing is fast. It's ripping up all my vines, shredding them into pieces.
As far as laserbot sentences go, that's not a bad one, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
but again,
he doesn't just...
Again, here he used a full stop where he could have used a comma.
Yeah.
Because shredding them into pieces is a sub-sentence of, he's ripping up all my vines. Or he could have actually used a hyphen, if you wanted to.
True. Yeah, but compare that to, other laserbot sentences would be like, that thing is so fast. It is so fast. It's ripping up all my vines. It is ripping all my vines into pieces. That's like what I was thinking.
No, this is a well-constructed, speech bubble. It's just, he said shredding instead of shredding.
Yeah.
And no capitalization, again.
Well, I mean, that's just part for the course.
At least he remembered punctuation exists. Full stop.
Yeah.
And then, seemingly, the Dusk Hunter jumps up, and Demaro says, you bastard, I'll knock that smug smile off your face. And he shoots a bunch of strings at him. And, fucking smug ass.
I fucking love Coyote.
Yeah, smug ass Coyote just goes, almost got me with that time, buddy.
I can't imagine it. I can imagine his smug tone. Yeah. I can imagine his fucking... Yeah, love it.
But again, he says booty with one D instead of two in buddy.
Booty.
Booty. Buddy. And then the final frame is just a bunch of strings hitting the grass. So we'll see if this gets paid off in the next page.
I got a feeling it doesn't.
It does. And Demaro does a clever thing here where he sort of like uses the string and like pulls himself and the Dusk Hunter towards Coyote and giving himself, big momentum. And we get a great face of Demaro just saying, ah, with his like teeth like gritting against each other. And black shadows again covering his freaking red eyes. Blood all over his face.
I both like and dislike this shot of Coyote in the next frame. It looks both like he's leaning back and also like he's lying down on the grass at the same time.
Yeah, it looks like he's looking up, but it also kind of looks like he's just lying on the grass, enjoying himself.
But the art itself is good.
The art is better than the faces have been so far this chapter. Coyote's kind of looked like a lumpy mess most of the time. Here it looks a bit more on model, but again, comparing it to the original traced, we've come a far way.
Oh yeah.
Then the next frame is just like a big like gray mass with the Coyote jumping away from it. I assume it's a big dust cloud created from the big impact that
it's a bit too symmetrical.
It's very symmetrical and it's very strange looking. You see
maybe it's just Demaro's power to make square dust clouds.
Yeah, because over the next couple of frames too, it's like very angular instead of more plumy like you would expect a dust cloud to be. And then out of the dust cloud comes another bunch of strings, and you see Coyote. He's like standing almost like Dr. Octopus with like strings all over the ground. Looks pretty good.
Hell yeah. And he uses and the strings are going right for him, and he uses his own strings to pull him down.
Hell yeah. Base dodges it just in time.
And again, I really hope Laserbot sticks with the string design for Coyote because it makes him really stand out from the other neutrals.
Yeah. Cool.
And it also gives the impression that Demaro really has to use a lot of strings to make it actually useful, whereas Coyote manages to get by with fewer strings, or at least he uses them more cleverly, possibly, or more technically.
And also, I think it says more about their characters because almost every time Demaro uses strings, very straight lines. Every string is like tightly packed together, and whenever he uses like he did the thing where he created like a big diamond shape and threw that, so it's all like straight line based, while Coyote, it's all like loose and goosey,
it's flexible,
more alongside
malleable.
Coyote's laid back personality. All his strings like kind of all over the place, while Demaro, he's like compressing all his fucking anger into the compressed strings. And I don't know if that was Laserbot's intention, but at the very least it's accidentally great.
Yeah, stick with it.
Absolutely. Fucking Rick Sanchez.
I should audition. Morty!
Yeah, you can
I'm
be
Coyote
the
Rick!
You can be the next Rick.
I'll just fucking like insert Tails gets thrown into Rick and Morty. Morty, look! Tails gets thrown. It's fucking brilliant, alright?
Look, Coyote is the best of the neutrals, Morty. It's very clear. He's absolutely a prodigy.
Yeah. Morty, I can scientifically determine the actual value of Tails gets thrown. It is incalculable, Morty. It's fucking science. It's fucking science, Morty.
Absolutely. So Coyote goes, he just did a combo of 3 attacks effortlessly. I'm curious to see if that's all he can do. I might have to play with him for a while. So exciting stuff.
So kind of say this Coyote doing like a little villain thing here.
Yeah. And so it's kind of unclear what's happening here, but you see the dust is settling, and the Dusk Hunter is standing in between there. We see a close-up of Demaro's face, looking pissed off as usually, and then you see the 2 snakes that Coyote sort of sneakily let loose the last chapter here.
Ooh.
Going through the grass.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's see on the next page. So then you see the white snake jumps straight for Demaro's face, and you see a real close-up of the snake's face, which is pretty well
that's good.
realized here. I
Yeah.
assume it was drawn from reference, but
Probably.
well done either way.
I mean, some things is just how to draw, even if you got a reference.
I mean, all artists draw from reference. It's not like a bad thing to draw from reference.
Yeah.
You see the white snake opening his mouth as it's about to attack Demaro, but Demaro dodges his.
Okay, what snake? What color? Hang on, just give me 2 seconds.
What?
Just give me 2 seconds, okay?
Yes.
Just okay. Fucking ads! God damn it!
I'm gonna keep all this in, Andre.
Shut up.
All right. Welcome to pouring ASMR.
Let's see. All right, what snake was it?
The white snake. Jesus Christ. As soon as I said white snake there, I was like, oh no, he's gonna fucking pull up the fucking shitty ass white snake song. Fucking hell. Well, great bit, Andre. Hopefully you have a hilarious bit for Black Snake as well, so because that's coming up soon.
All right, hang on a second.
Gonna pull up a scene from Black Snake Moan and be like, yeah, here we go. Are you actually doing this?
No, totally not.
Can we continue?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So Demaro dodges the white snake just in time, and the snake goes
Wait,
straight
what
into
snake?
the grass. Shut the fuck up. Get your white snake out of here. You're a fucking one-hit wonder band, and you were pretty cool in JoJo, but fuck you. You turned into a way better stand after that. Made in Heaven is so much cooler than Whitesnake.
Cool. Yeah, anyway, go on.
So Demaro dodges the snake. The snake goes into the grass, and Demaro thinks, "Was that a snake?" And then he...
very astute observation, I would say.
Well, came out kind of out of nowhere. So Demaro, I guess, instinctively jumps up with the Dusk Hunter, but then he lands. Then he lands again, and then a black snake comes up. And,
what the fuck?
You know I'm lost without you.
What the fuck was that?
That was from Black Snake. Moan. Just like a bird without a feather with Samuel L. Jackson.
I've seen the movie. It's pretty good. That was like a 2-second clip, though.
Well, Anyway.
Actually, on this page, the snake looks more green than black. Sort of green tinted.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's to make it stand out more from the background.
Probably.
Or Demaro.
Yeah.
Anyway, the black snake almost gets Demaro, and we get kind of anime-looking Demaro as he says, "Eh?
Nani?
Nandato? Yamete?" Yes. And but Demaro manages to dodge that snake as well, and he says, "Damn it, that was too close." And so he jumps back again and covers himself in his big iconic pink shield.
Hell yeah.
So let's go to the next page.
What are you, gay?
It's not his fault the necro strings were pink. And so Coyote is just laughing. He say, "Ha ha ha, you gotta watch out for those snakes. One bite and you're dead within a few minutes. Their names are the yin-yang serpents. Serpents." Sorry, with a D. And they were feared by many before I captured them.
Serpents, that depends.
That's serpents, yeah.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be the serpents, of course. But yeah, they were feared by many before Coyote captured them. So apparently these are some legendary snakes here.
Yeah, but are they guardians or what? That's what I want to know.
No, I don't believe they are.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know why this chapter is called the Guardians, because I don't think we actually get into much of the Guardians talk in this chapter.
Huh.
Or even the next chapter.
That's great.
Or maybe we did next chapter, I forget. But yeah, we know the Dusk Hunter is one of the Guardians anyway.
Yeah. And Demaro, shut your mouth! Nothing will stop you from ripping at your throat!
We will see about that, won't we? It's my turn to attack, so I hope you can keep up. And then Coyote creates like a little spirit bomb looking thing in his, or a key blast, because it's yellow.
And you keep saying this ain't Dragon Ball.
In his hand, and Demaro says, "Bring it on." Creates his diamond-shaped looking projectile, and Demaro says, "Ah," and Coyote, looking smug as ever, says, "Roadrunner is almost useless on offensive tactics while he's mounted on his guardian. I'll have to fix that."
I'm just curious, how fucking big is the Dusk Hunter supposed to be?
His size is greatly varying.
Yeah, because at one point he was way bigger than Addy the Demon, right?
I don't think we've ever seen them together.
No, but I know that Demaro fed Addy the Demon to the Dusk Hunter. But the first appearance, the Dusk Hunter was way fucking bigger than Addy the Demon was proportional to Demaro at least. And now Demaro
it looks
is
like
riding the Dusk Hunter like a hog.
Yeah, it looks like Demaro and the Dusk Hunter are about the same size in this one frame.
Yeah.
Same big. Yeah, it's just Laserbot just fucking up the proportions, because he has like a big fucking chibi head as well in that picture.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, later we'll see that the Dusk Hunter is pretty damn huge, because he opens up his mouth and is able to swallow like an entire like human-sized person in one like chomp.
Yeah,
so he's
damn.
large as fuck. We'll see later one of the iconic Dusk Hunter frames in chapter 20 or something, where he's like fucking you get like a close up and the Dusk Hunter is like fucking ripped. He's like jacked as fuck and has a six-pack. Very bizarre.
What?
Yeah. Next page, Demaro, he says, "Die," as we get a bunch of confusing panels, just zooming in on random things. And Demaro says, yeah?
Very clearly an anime thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like this is, okay, so kind of not a valid comparison, but in Hellsing, when Walter uses his garrote wires, and they sort of show you the gleam of the wires before he pulls off his epic move. That's kind of like what this is. It's just, it would have been way better animated.
Well, Hellsing is more. This reads more to me like Naruto, where they're trying to like to create filler. They just add a bunch of like random zoom into random characters and zoom into like random body parts and shit, just to you know pad the episodes. Like Hellsing, it's like clearly directed to be that way, to add tension and all that stuff. But Naruto, it's clearly just a padding choice.
Yeah.
But
it would have looked
fucking Laserbots. Well, sure. The Laserbots frame of reference is clearly like anime and stuff, so he's like just taking shit he's seen and putting it in his comic.
Yeah.
To be like, this is cool, as we discussed, last episode.
And that's what we love.
Hell yeah. That's it.
I need to fuck. I just need to adjust my seat. I need to adjust my seat. Oh, it's been so long.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Never heard that song? Perfect Ladies?
Nope.
What? That was like one of the biggest hits of our childhood.
Oh, well, I probably heard it. It's just I can't remember your rendition.
That's exactly how it sounds. He says, "It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Well, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's a terrible song, so thank God you don't remember it. It's awful. My least favorite line from that song is, "I'm the kind of guy who laughs at a funeral. If you don't get what I mean, you soon will." It's like, ugh, cringe. That's some fucking real early 2000s type, like, ooh, I'm so quirky type shit.
There was real probably cringy. A time in my life I would try to emulate that.
Oh, absolutely. Same here.
When I was young.
Yeah.
Because, I'm such a dark and twisted sociopath. Remember when that was like a thing people wanted to be? It was like a sociopath.
That was like Tumblr core, like dark, twisted.
Yeah.
So psychopath. Who was that? That was we used to say that all the time in high school. But we were referencing something specific. I forget. Like dark, twisted psychopath. That's something we'd read. I don't know. I forget.
Anyway,
Demaro says, "Prepare to be shredded into little coyote chunks."
It's a good line. Not a bad one.
And he jumps up and throws the arrow diamond thing at.
Fuck, the Dustcutter looks so doofy.
Yeah, especially because we see him from like a pure side profile, so his proportions are looking all sorts of wacky.
Yeah. I also imagine that Coyote's Demaro is saying, I
assume it's more Dragon Ball.
Or
I don't think he's like an old ancient man dying of his final heart attack.
You never know.
Yeah, Coyote just holds up his little like yellow glowing ball and he says, "Here, I hope you enjoy this." And he says, "This shall be humorous." It's a great line.
Okay. I got some comments on this one. Yeah. First of all, this should be fun. It's just universally better in every fucking conceivable way.
No. This is way better.
No. But okay, it would be on paper, right?
Yeah.
However, this shall be is already, this shall be, this shall be fun, and then this shall be humorous.
Yeah, it turns into like a 1800s aristocrat. He's like, "Oh yes, this shall be humorous."
Yes. Right.
I love seeing two slaves fight. This shall be humorous.
Whoa, you wanna get cancelled?
I mean, that's what was entertainment in the 1800s. That's what George Washington did every day. He was like, "Oh yes, my two slaves fighting again. This shall be humorous."
Cute fucking extreme conservative. Oh, actually, George Washington was really good to his slaves, and they built the monument after him. They volunteered to build it because they loved him so much.
That might be true. I don't know.
I mean, fucking, I don't know.
I'm just saying, George Washington was fucking British. So all you fuckers trying to make him sound American, that fucker was British, and you gotta live with that.
Yeah.
And he was probably talking all fancy schmancy, like, because he was high class.
Not necessarily, because I actually learned that about the English accent is that the way Americans talk is the way British talked about at that time.
That's not true, because American...
No, it was the lower class British, lower class English.
Well, that's not true either, because the transatlantic accent, which was like the 1900s accent, was based on the current accent they were talking at the time, and even that was way more British. It wasn't until the Irish sort of came to America, which influenced the accent into being like, you know, the way it sounds nowadays. Because the R is an Irish R, for example. Before that, everybody was being like, "Oh yes, my pretty little pussy," and
I thought that was the first thing that popped into your mind.
Oh no, I was thinking of a cat.
Oh.
Like, oh, my pretty little pussy, let me stroke it. You know, rolling the R's and
you
shit.
knew what you were doing, though, right?
I didn't realize it until after you said it.
How are you this innocent?
I don't know. I shouldn't be. I've seen a lot of shit.
Yeah, you hang out with me, so...
Yeah, I was a 4chaner in my high school days.
Yeah.
Yep.
But this shall be humorous, and Coyote fucking...
Yeah, so Coyote shoots the yellow thing at him and also starts controlling the Roadrunner, which now says meep beep. So not quite a meep beep.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
It's close. Again, second language acquisition, you know. You're getting closer to the real thing.
Yeah.
I just want to point out...
the Roadrunner language is complicated.
Yeah. Just want to point out Coyote's hand here is very bad looking. Sorry, Laserbat. It's like a flat plane with like mountains on it almost. It looks like, and the thumb is like entirely hidden. I get he was going for a perspective sort of hand, but it's very bad looking.
Like there wasn't a lot you had to do. It was just angle it a little bit more because the top thing.
And the palm is way too big, but
yeah, it's the palm that's really the problem.
But the pentagram in the middle looks great.
Yeah.
And it's properly, perspectivized.
Yeah.
So well done on
That's
that.
also because the palm is not properly proportioned, it makes it look even worse with the pentagram, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, so the
just
yellow...
as an artiste.
Okay, yeah. Had to bring that up.
Yes.
And so we see the yellow ball flying, and it passes straight through Demaro's thing, and goes towards Demaro. So there we go. Let's go into the next page.
Yeah.
So the yellow ball flies towards Demaro, and Demaro just says, "What the fuck?" And Coyote, looking smug as ever, even as the Demaro diamond is about to hit him. But then we just see that he teleports out of there basically, because he used the Roadrunner to run out of there, and as we know, the Roadrunner is the fastest thing alive. He's the fastest thing alive.
Hell yeah.
Sonic
well,
Sam.
next to Usain Bolt at least.
Well, yeah, we've not seen Usain Bolt in
I'm just thinking about the logistics of having Usain Bolt in this at some point.
Yeah, Lisbeth has not a lot of real life characters except for football player.
Which one?
Battleship Lorenzen. Have you seen him yet? Maybe not.
No.
Oops.
I don't even know who the fuck you're talking about.
The guy in the Troll Slaiyers. Maybe he shows up in this chapter.
I love how it looks like Coyote is simultaneously walking the Roadrunner when he's running away with him, and at the same time he's like, I don't know, pond surfing or some shit. Yeah,
he's doing like wakeboarding or whatever.
Yeah.
Like he's holding onto the Roadrunner and just like skidding off the fucking grass. Looks fun. And then we see the yellow ball continues to follow Demaro even as he tries to escape. And he even says, "Damn it, I can't shake this ball attack of his crap."
If you just... I can't shake this ball attack crap would have been...
or just use the comma damn it, I can't shake this ball attack of his, comma, crap.
Or that. Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, the syntax checks out. You just need a comma here, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
Even used the proper apostrophe before the T in can't.
Damn boy.
So, good job. Yeah, the ball hits Demaro, which just entirely dissolves his shield. And Demaro looks shocked, saying, he was aiming for my shield.
Yeah. There's a lot of good on Demaro here, especially the frame when he says, what the fuck? He just looks surprised.
I mean, yeah, pretty much all the art of Demaro is pretty great looking, usually.
Yeah.
He just has a really solid design with the, half obscured face in blackness and just the red glowing eyes.
It's so fucking good.
Yeah, great job. And the specky teeth. Alright. So, next page. And so Demaro says, shit, I can only levitate when I have my spirit shield on, and I can only create a shield once every 5 minutes, and they only last for 1 to 2 minutes before the string's unstable.
Thanks for all of that exposition.
Which, who is he telling this to? The reader?
Oof.
Why would he say that out loud? At least make it a thinking bubble.
Yeah.
And also, I love that he used unstable as a verb before the string's unstable.
Look, if you disregard your teachers, you can use anything as a verb.
In some languages, you can. I don't know if there is a word for turning a word into a verb. There is a word for turning another word into a noun, which is nominalize. Fancy word. But
I think it's called verbalizing, if I remember correctly.
Verbalizing means to talk.
Yeah, I'm just fucking with you. I was hoping you didn't know that. I was just hoping you were stupid.
Yeah. There might be a word, but I don't know it. It'll have to be in next episode's controversies? Question mark.
Yeah.
All right. So Demar says, "I'll have to watch out for the snakes," but he actually thinks that instead of saying it. So, although it wouldn't be that out of character if he said that. That would make sense to say. Think out loud to make you remember better. It's a good way of remembering things.
Yeah.
All right. So the Dusk Hunter just likes hopping around, and he. The Dusk Hunter goes into like a weird like running stance, almost like standing up.
It looks like the Quap guy.
Yeah. Yes. He goes in sort of a Quap formation here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The iconic Quap guy.
Is very reminiscent of Quap right there. Maybe it took reference from Quap. It's a Quap reference. Because they did make a game called Clop, where it's Quap, only you do a horse. He plays a horse.
Oh, that can't be...
That's even harder.
Yeah.
He says, "What is this? What is this windy breeze?" Breeze written Breaze. Sound imhearing. No hyphen in the I'm. And so we just see a big this is a real narrative
Forest
shit.
Chambers.
Yeah. You see a big panel where there's like a big splash screen basically where it says Forest Chambers in a blue splash screen with green hue around the text. And that's one of Coyote's techniques, I suppose.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, I do love that we don't get any hard rules for the character's powers, so it's very easy for me to just accept that he can do this shit.
I think this is a power of Coyote's Guardian, which we don't see yet.
But
I would theorize it to be, but I don't think it's ever explained. Because it's sort of force themed. So what happens is that a bunch of leaves start surrounding Demaro and the Dusk Hunter and sort of traps them, and he can't even control his Guardian, written Guardian, not Guardian. Although really that is how you should write Guardian, why the fuck is it guardian? We don't pronounce it guardian.
Are you actually fucking taking this
English
up with
being
English?
cringe again. Dude, there's so much... You could take a lot of shit up with English.
Fair enough. I mean, it is...
I think American English improves on British English in a lot of ways by taking out all those pointless U's and making where it's like theater ER instead of RE. Like, you don't pronounce it theatre. We're not fucking French over here. This is English. It's American.
Yeah. Or I think meter is spelled metre in fucking...
Yes, it is.
That fuck. My computer is set to British English by default.
Oh really?
Yeah, I had
Mine is all United States, baby.
Hell yeah, American imperialism.
Fuck yes. Well, when America actually improves on something, we gotta commend them for that. Usually America is a big, international
big fuck up.
But on this front, I will support you, American English, all the way. You've improved and made shit simpler and less fucking stupid.
Yeah. Simple, just like you.
Exactly. English is already the most like Frankenstein, confusing ass, stupid language of all time. Where, it started with like Norse languages, and then they added some French in there and some Saxon
and Germanic somehow.
Well, Germanic is Norse.
Oh right, yeah.
And now it's just a big confusing mess. And then you had the big vowel shift, where the vowel shift is the worst thing to happen to the English language, where before the big vowel change, and you can fucking listen to people reading it before vowel change, people will actually read the words exactly how they're written. So instead of saying like loser, you would say loser, because that's how it's written. But after the great vowel change, everybody was like, oh yes, and now we're gonna just make it so that everything is not read at all how it's fucking read, to make our language as fucking confusing as possible. Hell yeah, we're fucking English. Fuck you. Cringe. English people.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about English language history. So Demaro has to bail the Dusk Hunter, and he jumps off, and just as he does that, the fucking black snake, Moan, starts attacking Demaro again.
Hell yeah.
Next page. So the snake is about to attack him, but Demaro manages to grab him just in time with the strings and throw him off him. And he says, shit, as he jumps away. And then finally, we get a meep meep by the Roadrunner.
Okay, we can go.
It's enough for this episode. It's enough for this episode, I guess. Yeah. I'll never be satisfied.
I've just been satisfied. You strike me as someone who's never seen meep meep.
That's good. So yeah, the Roadrunner just like runs through Demaro, just like running him over like a fucking runaway train, and Demaro just like flips and hits his face on the grass. Just goes like, fuck. Shit sucks.
He doesn't even get to land before the Roadrunner hits him.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Just like he gets run over.
The absolute disrespect.
Gets run over like Paul Blart's mother in the beginning of Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
I haven't seen that one. Should I be happy or?
Absolutely. This is a terrible movie. It's pure torture.
I imagine so.
That's the reason there's a podcast where they review that every year for the rest of their lives, just as a form of torture.
Yeah.
So yeah, as Demaro lands in the grass, the fucking white snake pops out, just about to bite.
What snake?
The white snake.
Hang on.
Didn't even have it queued up, so fuck you. We're skipping that bit. Cancelled. Dead in the water.
Don't cancel me. No.
Fired. So the white snake is just about to hit Demaro's face. That was nothing. I just heard in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, Demaro shoots his strings into the ground, propelling himself upwards, and just in the what's the phrase? Just in the gist of time?
In the
That's
gist
not
of
it.
time?
Yeah, that's not
Nick
it.
of time?
Nick of time. Thank you.
You're
Just in the
welcome.
nick of time, dodges the snake. And he says, son of a bitch. And then the Roadrunner runs him over again.
I love that. You know that Coyote is 100% trolling.
Yes, it's so good. I just love the move of just having the fastest thing alive just like run you over like countless times.
But not only
and
that,
boom,
the
boom,
fastest
just
thing
pure
alive. You
bullying.
can probably the fastest thing alive, like in the scene in The Boys, where he runs through the girlfriend. That's like he chooses not to just obliterate him when he can, just to fuck with him.
Just like pure like bullying, just like fucking stop hitting yourself type shit.
So Demaro just like gets up again. Damn it! The black snake comes for him, and he just pushes out and creates a big vine shield.
Which it's a smart move for him actually.
Fair enough.
Cause that's the one thing he could use to protect himself because he can't use the pink shield yet.
Yep.
There you go. He hides himself inside the vines. Next page. Coyote says, "Oh, he decided to hide to give himself time to think. Interesting." It just cuts to a great frame of Demaro just sitting inside his like vine prison, just looking pissed, and thinking, assumedly. Good stuff. And then we get a meanwhile back to Shadow. 2 words on the meanwhile is always. And finally, after so many chapters, we cut back to those fucking loser Troll Slaiyers who's been doing fucking nothing. And
they will continue to do nothing.
Yeah, Booty Hunter, he's actually questioning why the sky's red. He's like, do you see this shit? Or am I the only person? This is some apocalypse shit right here. And
that's, for all the bullshit that's being said in Tales Gets Trolled, this is surprisingly rational.
yeah. Vector says, who knows? It might just be the apocalypse and that shit about 2012 is true, but they were just off on the date. 2012, you're late. And just gets the Shadow being like, I don't give a rat's ass what it is, and I can care less if it's there. And then we finally get a reference to chapter 1 when it looks like Shadow was knitting, where now he's literally actually knitting. And Tiny Kong asks Shadow, so what are you knitting anyways? You're knitting like a granny. And Shadow just says, I already explained to you my plan, and I'm not going to repeat myself because you're a dumb fucking monkey.
Well,
it's like,
that's,
chill, bro. It's like, yeah, it's like chill, bro. You just asked, or she just asked what you're knitting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is Shadow just being absolute edge.
Yeah, he's just being pissy, as always. But then all of a sudden, fucking Teemo pops up. And as remember,
is that
Teemo
Pikachu next to him?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Like,
wait.
And the
Teemo died.
Yes, Teemo, as we remember, was shot into the side of a mountain by Knuckles. Because Knuckles was like, oh yeah, here's a good plan. Let's shoot Teemo into the middle of the troll base and just have Teemo kill everybody. And nobody objected enough to stop him. And so Knuckles just shot the cannon without even knowing where the troll base was, killing Teemo. But here Teemo shows up again and seemingly has Pikachu with him. And then there's like a great like anime shot where it's just like a bunch of zoom-ins on all the characters, and it just says, okay. What the?
That is my favorite part of this whole fucking... No, okay. I love the last panel, actually, more than anything else on this page.
Yeah. So then we see Vector saying, what the hell, Teemo? You're supposed to be dead. And then we get like an end-of-page stinger.
What is going on with these new turn of events? Teemo's alive? What the fuck? Again, I would love to have like the narrator say that in a Dragon Ball episode, just like, and now Goku's alive. What the fuck?
Yeah, that'd be great. I would love to have this be a show and have the narrator narrate all this shit.
But you need to get the guy from fucking
the Dragon Ball guy.
Yeah,
that'd be great. Okay, hold on. I just gotta piss.
All right.
And so I did go piss, and the mic picked it up. It was very loud, so I'll spare you those parts, but I will say it was very satisfying. So now, let's jump to after I pissed, and I come back. This pee break was brought to you by editing Kris. Okay, goodbye. Whew, that was a big satisfying one.
Yeah, I heard.
You could hear it?
Oh, yeah. Sound like you're fucking frying chicken, dude.
Look at the waveforms here. Oh, yeah.
Damn, you just frying chicken in there? Nah, but for real, you piss loud as fuck. I think that's kind of cool.
Is that a line for something?
It's from a fucking... what's his face? Pringus McDingus, I think. He's like an animator. He gets... It's Rouge talking to Shadow in a bar, apparently.
Sounds very familiar.
And she's just like, damn, boy, are we frying chicken in there? Nah, but for real, you piss loud as fuck. I think that's kind of cool.
The best pissing moment I ever had was...
Okay, I guess we're doing this now.
Yeah, as I was saying it. Yeah, the best pissing moment I ever had was when I went to the School of Folk. It was in the School of Folk days, and it was me and a friend. We both had to piss, so we both went into the toilets, and we went into like two booths next to each other. And then I just let out like a massive, like super loud piss, and just being like, "Oh yeah," and like super, like a fucking hose sound. And then after I was done, I was like, "Oh, that was good." And then I just hear from the next booth, I just hear like two tiny driplets, and I was like, and I just screamed like, "That was pussy shit!" And yeah, we both had a big laugh about that, but that was literally the virgin hose, the Chad hose pisser versus the virgin droplet boy.
I remember in fucking middle school,
yeah,
when someone walked in while I was gonna take a piss or gonna rock a piss,
yeah,
and he fucking he was talking with, he was always around, hanging around with
person name,
so he was just like fucking with him, and he was talking about how much he had to poop, and then he took a shit.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I was just like, well, I'm buckling my pants, and I just went to piss.
Yeah.
And then I just hear him going, wait, who's pissing so long? Because I just kept peeing. And so he was like, who is that? He was like, so he was just like, who's pissing?
That's an impressively long piss you got there.
No, but that was it. And so I started laughing. And he's like, wait, is that Andre? And he was just waiting for me. Andre, was that you? Yeah? Oh my god, you're my hero, man.
Wow.
And he was just like, cool, I'm not shaking your hand.
What a great bunch of pissing stories. Welcome to the Piss Cast. Alright, back to the comic.
I mean, can we recover from this?
Yes.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yes, we can.
So, next page?
Yeah. So, Teemo's back, and the reason being is that he had revive, but also he'd revive anyway, seeing that it only takes 1 minute for him to respawn, because he's a League of Legends character. This really begs the question that since most of these fuckers are like video game characters, wouldn't it mean that they all just could fucking respawn if they died? Why is Teemo so special?
Well, I mean, Sonic, you need lives, I guess. I guess Teemo is more special considering he's part of like a roster that just revives by default, as opposed to Sonic where you need lives, like you need, extra lives to collect.
I suppose that's true. But,
that's like the only way it would make sense for me.
Yeah, I guess so. So I guess Teemo is just unlimited lives, I guess. So that's cool. I should utilize that. But yeah, Hulk says, "Wait, if it only takes you a minute to come back to life, then why did it take so long to get back to us? I mean, it's been days and days since your death." And then he says, "Well, Hulk, that was one of the dumbest things I've ever heard, and I will tell you why. One, you guys traveled away from where I died, so it was hard to find you again too. I got my two friends beside me, gave us a hand. I thought it was hard to see with my eyes closed, but I guess you are the blind one. First of all, valid point, the first one. Second of all, number 2 was not a point against why it was so difficult to get back here. So,
he probably meant to say, I went to get my two friends. That's probably what he meant.
I went to get my two friends beside me. It's possible, but later it says, my interpretation is that this is sort of the first time they met. And they're not like, Timo's not a long time friend of like Pikachu.
Right.
They've met recently, but maybe you're right. Yeah, everybody's just dogging on Hulk here for asking a pretty like normal question.
Yeah, well, Vector especially.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, Hulk, you moron. Why don't you think for once? Or is all of your brain just a big piece of crap?
Vector, you're pretty cool, but come on.
Like, that was a normal question to ask. Why did it take so long to get here? And then Timo starts introducing his friends. So my friend on the rat is a Pokemon from Japan or China or some shit like that, named Pikachu. He's cool, and my bud to the left, well, it's obvious what he is. I don't think I need to say much about him. Where the fuck did Silver go anyway? I missed the money guy.
Right, but Silver isn't the money guy.
He was initially.
Oh, true. Yeah.
But Silver was upset about being the money guy, so he wanted to be called the smart guy.
Yeah, which he is.
Yes. So yeah, Heresy. I love Laserbutt's rendition of Pikachu. He looks so fucking stupid.
Got it.
He's just Pikachu.
It is only identifiable because it is a yellow rat.
Yeah, and he has like, racist China eyes, like closed eyes like Timo.
Well, Laserbutt might be Asian American.
No, we've seen pictures of his face.
Fuck!
At the very least, he's maybe got some Latin spice in him, but I think he's pretty white.
Okay, so he can't be racist if he's got some Latin spice.
Well, I don't know. He could, but...
minorities can't be racist.
It's really... absolutely.
What?
What?
Anyway, moving on.
Anyway, so we see Pikachu, and we see like a big football player, and that was what I was referencing earlier. I thought we saw him earlier, but I guess this is his introduction here. So this guy's official name is Foot space Ball space Player, and he's pretty interesting. He's an OC that Laserbot added because the guy who created him won a fan art competition on the Something Awful forums. And we'll see the other winner of that fan art competition way later in Tales Gets Trolled Polished, which is when Laserbot tried to remake the comic.
Oh, right.
And the football player is based on Jared Lorenzen, aka Battlefield Lorenzen, who is the heaviest quarterback ever in the NFL. He was 6'4" and 130 kilos, which is... fucking ridiculous for a quarterback. Yeah,
wait, he was a quarterback? Isn't that like the running position?
That's the position that gets the ball, and you have to run a lot.
Oh god.
But
shit.
Yeah, he didn't play all that much in the NFL. He was mostly a backup, but he played a couple games, and I believe he won every single game he was a quarterback. So. Nice. But yeah, he was known as Battleship Lorenzen because, when he was running at you, it was like a fucking battleship running at you and just knocking you over.
I can't imagine. He was probably a super explosive guy.
He was probably like bigger than most of the fucking people trying to tackle him, which is very unusual.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool guy. Just crazy feat that you managed to be that heavy and a quarterback and get to the NFL as well by being that heavy and a quarterback. So there you go. And so the guy named Guy says, so let me get this right. There's a rats talking Chinese and a dumb looking baseball player. I wonder how useful they will be. And then Chucky Kong as Laserbot calls him instead of Chunky Kong. He says, not to be a stick in the mud, but what you just said was incorrect. I will tell you exactly how. Okay, Pikachu is...
No, you gotta do this in a Ben Shapiro.
Okay, yeah, go on.
No, you can do Ben Shapiro, can't you?
Okay, I can try. Okay, Pikachu is from Japan, a completely different country from China, and Pikachu is speaking Pokemon, not Chinese, and the man is a football player and not a baseball player.
That's a good one. That's good.
And then Timo out of the loop is saying, hey Shadow, where did the Silver, Rob, and Elmer Fudd go again? I don't know where they went. It took me a while to even notice they were gone until now. And
Fuck.
Shadow being a fucking idiot, just being like, I don't fucking know where Silver or Rob or whatever his name or Tails or I don't fucking care right now. I'm working on something, so shut the fuck up.
Wait. Okay. That sounded really good when you read it out loud, but holy fuck, it looks bad on paper.
Yeah. Well, I know.
That's like a run-of-the-mill stream of consciousness sentence.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of that. There's about writes in very stream of consciousness type, so when you read it out, it can make more sense than when you're actually trying to read it. And Bowser, looking at Shadow here, he's being like, I don't like how he treats his comrades, like we're all disabled. I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with following his lead, but it is his plan, so I'll let him stay in control for now, but I will be sure to keep an eye on him. So there's some power plays going on in the Troll Slaiyers, apparently.
I mean, Bowser is just fucking awesome. I hope he takes over.
Yeah. Shadow was so fucking cool in the first like 3 chapters, and then after that he's just been a total fucking cringe fest, doing nothing, just being like, I'm gonna do the bestest plan, but then just sitting in the same fucking field on his ass, like literally knitting. He's knitting right now.
Yeah, not only that, he's also just being belligerent and angry for no fucking reason.
Yeah, and he's like belittling everybody and just like being really like pissy. He's like a pissy baby bitch, just annoyed at the world for apparently no reason. Well, he's not contributing to anything productive.
It is Shadow.
Yeah, but in the first couple chapters, he was fucking epic, and he was like, yeah, you gotta say fuck you trolls, and he's like, okay, you tried being nice to the trolls, let me go fucking murder him now. Yeah. But yeah, then Timo, sensing this dark mood, he says, hey guys, it would lighten the mode instead of mood, and be fun if we could do another Slayers pictures for the hell of it. I mean, there aren't that many old members left, and we have some new ones, so let's give it a go. And Shadow just says, fine, we'll do it, but only if you shut up. Moving on to the next page here, we get another fucking epic, this is an iconic frame here. This is the new Troll Slaiyers. So, from the top, we see all the nicknames of all the, new members of the new Troll Slaiyers. Even though technically Silver and Rob are still members, but since they're not, in on this like stupid sitting around in the field of business, I guess they don't get to be here for the group shot. But so we get Shadow, he's the awesome still.
Hulk is the power still.
In all caps. Timo is now the annoying, which I thought he always was, but I looked back and initially it was the bastard, not the annoying. So.
Oh, right. Yeah, I thought it was the same too.
Me too, but no. And then Vector, for some reason, is the butt pirates. What?
Bowser is the real firepower?
Yeah, which is a real, slight at Mario, who initially was the firepower. But now we have Bowser. He's the real firepower. And then we have... Yeah.
Literally and metaphorically.
But Mario's way stronger than Bowser.
Is that confirmed? Oh, I guess it is confirmed, yeah. Yeah, I guess Mario's got that fucking bag of tricks and everything.
He's beats, Bowser in all the games and shit. Then next is a football player who is the retard. I don't know why he is that. Just because he hasn't said anything yet. Then we have Pikachu.
Considering all the brain damage in the NFL, probably.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He probably has CT and post-concussion syndrome.
Yeah. Pikachu's the rodent.
Yeah, and he's wearing like a cap now. Got out of nowhere. Then Guy is the guy with no name. Then there is Booty Hunter is the douche for some reason. I don't think he's been particularly douche baggy.
No, he hasn't.
Then we have Chucky Kong. He's the fat gay monkey, and Tiny Kong is the dumb bitch.
So unnecessary.
Yes.
So
And then
rude.
it's together we make the Troll Slaiyers, and we get a big group shot of everybody. Fucking Hulk is grabbing a football player's shoulder, and Shadow's standing in the middle holding his hands up, being like, "What up?" Vector is like flexing his bicep, but he has no muscles, so that's great. And in the front is my favorite. It's Timo holding 2 mushrooms, and then Pikachu doing like a I don't know what he's trying to do, but he's got like
a
a
hip hop album pose.
Yeah, he's got like a cap on his head, but pulled back, and he's crossing his arms and trying to do a cool face, I guess. That's great. And then we get everybody's reactions to their nicknames. Victor says, "Really, Shadow, the butt pirate," while doing a facepalm. Timo, he's happy. He says, "Oh my god, I love my new name. It has a flair to it, man. I love it, man." Booty Hunter is this is a great moment there. He says, "I'm extremely hurt. You would think I'm a douche. It might not look like it, but I have feelings, and you hurt them." And then he runs off crying. He just gets genuinely hurt at being called a douche.
Poor Booty Hunter.
Yeah, actual pathos. And Tails gets trolled her. And the guy is also like, "Dude, I think he actually hurt his feelings. He looked very upset." Meanwhile, Chucky Kong, he's happy, and he says, "Yeah, actually, I like the name you gave me, but I think there should be a Mr. at the start, like Mr. Fat Gay Monkey."
Hey, yeah, that's good.
Finally, we see Shadow. He says, "If you don't mind, I would like to finish knitting this." Knitting capitalized.
Knitting capitalized, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently it's very fucking important that Shadow be knitting this.
And then we just cut to fucking stupid Pikachu's face as he just says, "Pika, Pika, 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 Pikachu." They should get Egoraptor to voice it for the official dub.
Yeah,
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Okay, yeah. So then we get a meanwhile, and then a different frame saying "back to Tails."
Why?
This will be justified later.
Okay.
When the narrator becomes a prominent character in the narrative.
Tails goes, damn it, every time I get close to it, it takes me forever for me to get close. To get that close again. Damn it, every time I get close, it takes me forever to get that close again.
A bit of an awkward sentence, but it's not that egregious. But yeah, Tails has just been training the Shadow Clone Jutsu this entire time, using the Cheeto energy with McDonald's. So let's go to the next page here. Ronald McDonald says there's need for us to paste ourselves instead of pace ourselves. But Tails, he says, "No, I'm not taking a break until I get this done, and if overdoing it towards kills me and pushes me too far, no double O, then so be it." Actually using the correct then this time, and not this time it's not than. He always writes then regardless if it's then or than, but this time, Elizabeth, it is correct. And so we see as Ronald McDonald explained multiple chapters ago how to create the Shadow Clone Jutsus. You got to create flat planes of Cheeto energy and then turn them into the clones. And so that's what he's doing. And Ronald McDonald says, "Your pills are a bit weak. You should straighten the glass a bit or it will shatter again." And Tails, being the fast learner he is, he says, "All right, I got it." And so he does. So the orange Cheeto pillars start turning black, while Tails just goes, "Come on, come on, come on." And the black pillars start forming into something more humanoid, more Tailsoid, perhaps. And then for some reason, Ronald McDonald's speech here is all in like bold, and he says, "Tails, The shadows are coming together sloppy again. You might want to stop rushing it and focus before they unstable and dispersed again. So first of all, he used unstable as a verb again, and then he's just making up words now by saying dispersed.
Maybe he's meaning to say disperse.
Or just burst. You could just say burst.
Oh yeah, or that.
He didn't have to put the dis in front of there.
No, but maybe he got confused, like, is it disperse or burst or... It's probably dispersed.
That's what I'm saying. Lazybar is just inventing words. Dispersed.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. And so Tails says, okay, I can do this. And we slowly see the shadows start forming into Tails-looking boys. And he says, yes, oh, fuck yeah, I did it. All I need to do is add some color, and I got it down. I can continue my training. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, boy.
On the next page here, we see all the Tails clones jump for joy, saying, yes! And Tails giving a thumbs up, saying, thanks, bro. And then Ronald says, seeing that you're a newbie illusionist, I will explain to you the many levels that can be reached. And then Ronald McDonald goes on a fucking massive rant with a bunch of massive text boxes just filled to the brim with text. So I'll synopsize it here, summarize it. So basically he goes over the 6 levels of illusion that you can reach. The easiest level is cloning yourself, because you know all the details of yourself. Even so, it's easy to make simple mistakes that a master illusionist can pick out, and Ronald McDonald points out some of the flaws in Tails' clones. Then level 2 is changing small things about the landscape around you, like adding rocks or other stuff. Level 3 is copying somebody else and impersonating them / making them speak. You'll need to get their personality at least 85% right to do this.
Oh yes, the fabled personality percentages, of course.
Yes, it's a very arbitrary number. What does that even mean? How do you get somebody's personality 85% right? Then level 4 is changing the landscape around you entirely, so making it seem like you're in an entire different place than you are. And then level 5 is creating illusions within somebody else's mind, aka creating like a fake dream world. And Ronald even fucking like compares it to the Naruto Genjutsu.
I noticed.
What it's supposed to be. And then level 6 is creating illusions on their people's bodies and sensory organs. So like making it feel like people, die even if they don't die or something like that. Again, it's shown that Tails is a quick learner, as it took Tails only half the time it took Ronald to learn this much. Tails triumphantly says, I am Tails the badass. Oh wow, I am exhausted. Wow.
I am Tails of the badass.
Oh, of the badass. Even better.
Yeah. And he looks so fucking chipper when he says it.
It's kind of
he has hope in his eyes again.
Yeah. And there's a great frame of Ronald McDonald clapping for him. So very well realized, even if it's just within one panel. Well done. Yeah. And with some great hands too.
And we love those hands.
And pussy too.
And then Tails says, that was difficult, but not enough to stop me. You should show me some more challenging stuff later. Not that clones are easy, but well, anyways, with a Z. Thanks, man, for all the training. Now I can finally move on to the next person. And Ron says a great line where he says, oh, no problem. I enjoyed teaching one of such hype. It was my pleasure. And then with massive text in the text box, Tails says, cool, friends? And then he holds his hand out. And Ronald McDonald looks like suspiciously or evilly down at Tails' hand. And the final frame is like a real weird shot. It's extremely well realized, but it's a weird angle that I assume it's Ronald's hand is coming down. Like it's like if you were pulling your hand upwards.
Yeah.
It's just like it's very well drawn. So I'll give you that, but I don't know why it's like that. Anyway. On to the next page. We see Ronald McDonald is about to grab Tails' hand, but then he goes past his hand and instead grabs Tails by the neck and like throws him up against the wall, like a brick wall that appeared out of nowhere apparently, which breaks. So he hit him pretty hard, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, have you seen the Ronald McDonald Chicken Store Massacre video?
No.
Oh, it's a good one. It's a Raka Raka.
Oh, okay. I've seen that. I've seen all those.
Ronald
Classics.
McDonald is a menace to society.
Agreed. Those Japanese commercials are great too.
Oh yeah, yeah. The one,
Dun, boo.
yeah, the one was just like hiding under the bed and shit.
Yeah.
I love them so much.
Yeah, they got remixed into being a bunch of songs. It's all good stuff.
Yeah.
So, Ronald McDonald says, "Ha, Tails, already full of yourself, and you haven't done the soul bind yet? Well, this won't do it all. No, this won't do. You see?" And Tails is just like, "Oh shit, what do I do?" I remember overhearing Kermit saying something about some of the members weren't to be trusted.
No, you didn't overhear it. He straight up told you.
Exactly. Yeah, he just told you. That's not overhearing, bro. And it just says text, or there's a flashback to the one thing. It says, "This is what Kermit must have meant." And he says, "Oh, what are you doing? Let me go. We're on the same team. Why are you choking me, you crazy fuck?" And then fucking Ronald McDonald goes like full Joker, full like, and more than Joker, cringe Joker, in response to this like pretty normal question where, you know, you're being choked and you're asking, "Why are you choking me?" He goes, "Crazy? Crazy, huh? Oh my, I do enjoy how you have no sense of another person's perspective, Tails. No, you see? You don't even use that prodigy mind of yours to think, oh, maybe I shouldn't say things like that. But yet you don't whatsoever." And it just cuts to Tails, like, looking confused. Just being like, what? Even though he says, ugh. And, you know, the Joker rant continues as he goes, "You don't understand my fur-filled fuck." You don't understand. Yeah. "You don't understand what your words might affect others. Not at all, not at all, not at all. I can't stop it. Tail." "Oh, I used to be a good person. I used to have so many friends, Tails. I used to be loved. But now, no, not now, Tails." Cut to Tails again, just looking confused, and his response is just a bunch of dots.
Alright, I want Mark Hamill to voice the Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, yeah, that would be great. He says, "Oh, the chosen one must have seen it coming, did he not? A moment where you are completely helpless. Yes, an underdog towards slain before his precious spotlights of being the world's perfect little hero. Ah, yes, I see it now. You being expected for so much. I can see all the disappointed faces and tears from the hope that has been crushed before their very eyes, Tails. Yes, I can see it all. Would it be a shame if fate shortened, yeah? If that fate was shortened, yeah? They can't fucking worship you if you're dead, Tails. U-R. So he's getting there. Oh, you know what? I will kill you right now." This was all in response to him saying, "What are you doing? Are you crazy?"
God damn.
And so here we get a bunch of awkward arrow paneling where...
Yeah, next page, by the way.
Yeah, next page. McDonald's is holding Tails up and choking him, and we cut to McDonald's still ranting. He says, no, not the fucking hero. Don't kill him, no. He don't deserve to fucking die, does he? Because he's special, ha. Now, Tails, now you are thinking of all the things you have yet to finish, all the people you are leaving behind. You're gonna die, Tails, you're gonna die. All the pain they'll feel from the death of you, Tails. Well, how about now, huh? Am I crazy now? The answer is yes.
Yeah. What the?
Sounds pretty crazy, dude.
Yeah, he sounds like a corporation.
What?
I don't know. Corporations are evil. Ronald McDonald is evil.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. So yeah, we see an arrow go down there, and then there's a big arrow going all the way over to the other side of the page.
That is so awkward paneling.
Yeah, where we see a tails turning red, although they're supposed to be turning purple from being choked.
Yeah.
And an arrow from that going in, showing an empty door. It's not like you needed that panel there. You could have just made this one entire panel be a tails getting choked.
Yeah.
But oh well.
I mean, we love all the shit that Elizabeth does in excess.
Absolutely. I guess Elizabeth just really needed to show that the door was open.
Yeah.
And so Cheeto Man comes walking in. He says, "How's my homie's training going?" "What? Hey, what are you doing, Ronald?" And then Cheeto Man runs up to him, grabs his arm, says, "Ronald, let go now." Get a close up on Cheeto Man's face, looking threatening. But Ronald just says, "Ahee!" And
he's just fucking unhinged at this point.
And then he gets fucking punched in the face by Cheeto Man. And then Cheeto Man does a weird kung fu stance, and then he does a capoeira fucking shit where he goes down to the floor and does a sick kick straight to Ronald McDonald's face, and he dabs his ducks as well.
Wait.
Yeah, I assume this must have been a reference from Tekken or something. This is some real Tekken looking shit right here.
Hell yeah.
But looks great. Very well realized. So over to the next page.
Yeah, baby.
Ronald McDonald recoils as he says, "Ugh," and then Cheeto Man just straight up just socks him 1-2 in the face, then grabs his hair, knees him straight in the face brutally. Looks fucking awesome. And then kicks him in the stomach, and fucking blood's just spewing out of Ronald McDonald's mouth as he flies up into the air, apparently. And it's very unclear what happens. It looks like he lands on the roof or something, or the ceiling. I mean,
that's.
I don't know what happened there. But he's lying flat somehow, and looking down at them. So he land on the wall. He's sticky. I don't know. Very strange anyway.
Who knows?
And then fucking Tails coming here with his fucking hero speech. He says, "You're wrong, Donald."
Oh, yeah.
Ronald, I mean. "I was thinking about all the people I could have saved." Which is epic.
Just cutie Metal Gear music. I was thinking of all the people I could have saved. All the people whose lives would not go to waste if I was just a little bit stronger.
Exactly. But Ronald just says, "Puh," and then he teleports away, seemingly. And Cheeto Man just says, "I knew it was going to bail." And then at the final frame, we see the absolute smallest hint of Kermit entering the room. To see a little hint of green entering the doorway. So on to next, the penultimate page here. So a bunch of the defenders come in, and by the bunch of them I mean Hello Kitty, Kermit, and Trix Rabbit. And
what is going on here?
What is going on here?
What is going on here? Does this sound good? No.
It sounds alright. It's not terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Better than we've done before.
That's fair enough. Kermit the Frog here. I'm very disappointed in Andre's impression of me.
Now it's pretty bad again.
Yeah.
But anyway, Hello Kitty goes, "Oh my god, are you okay, Tails? What happened?" Even more Hello Kitty X Tails stuff going on here. And Tails just goes, "Ronald tried to kill me, but I'm okay, don't worry. Cheeto Man saved me just in time." And then Kermit just goes, "Why did he try to kill you? I knew he was unstable, but I never would have thought he would try something like this. Does this mean he betrayed the defenders?" All caps, good stuff. "Tell us what happened in details, Tails, if you can, so I can properly inform Pac-Man." And then we get a hug between Tails and Hello Kitty, like a strange frame where it's like a square frame, but the top right part
and
bottom left are like cut into triangles, where it's close up on both their faces as they hug each other. So interesting composition, I would say.
Yeah.
Don't know why it was done though, but it's interesting.
You question the Lord Almighty Laserbot.
Wow, that sounded great.
I know it did.
I question the motives. I question what is he trying to portray here. Sort of the Socratic method, if you will. All right, no response. Tails just says, well, that's the problem. He just kind of attacked me out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting it at all, and I think I made it worse after he first grabbed my neck because I called him crazy. Then he kind of just snapped. I don't know, man.
I mean, I would argue if somebody grabs your neck, calling them crazy, probably won't exactly make anything worse.
Well, it seemed to make it worse, because when he called him crazy, that's when he went into his fucking long joke rant about being like, oh, you call me crazy? Well, am I crazy now? And all that shit, so...
Well, I mean, yeah, but if that's enough to take him off, then probably, if you looked at him wrong at some point, I don't know, maybe...
Yeah, it was probably unhinged.
Your eyes are a little bit too blue today. I'm gonna fucking kill you!
That's a good Joker laugh.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
But, well, yeah, obviously, it was unhinged from the start. I just want to commend Tails on... Because whenever, people explain situations in the movies or, comics and stuff, they always do it, very unsatisfactorily. Where the person...
they assume the other party's gonna get...
Yeah, exactly. The person listening will not understand the situation that just happened, but Tails explained this exactly how it happened to, a proper degree of his understanding, and I thought, I commend you, Tails, for actually grasping the situation properly and actually explaining it to a satisfying degree.
Yeah. It's sort of like it's kind of the way how we can sometimes explain something to each other, but because we know each other so well, we sort of just infer what the other guy means. So it's just sometimes we just sort of oh yeah, I get it, and we move on. And that's how they do it all the time in movies, where it's
Well, it's kind of just...
If this was a movie, well, that's the problem. He just kind of attacked me. Oh, yeah, I get it. Okay, and then you probably did such and such. And, they just infer everything on their own.
Right. And
to
that's
move
just
the plot along.
Yeah, that's just a sign of lazy writing, I think, where it's just well, you don't feel like explaining it, and you just assume that the characters will explain it because the viewers have seen it.
Yeah. And I think that it's not just lazy writing, but it's also sort of a part of the problem with the school of writing that says everything that happens in a movie must always serve the plot and keep it moving forward. And so they try to... And so it feels like it's a combination of lazy writing as well as a strict adherence to that rule. Where,
No.
Okay,
I disagree. I disagree with your analysis here, because I think that is the best way to write something. But it's not that everything should serve the plot exactly, but every line and everything you say should sort of inform either the story or the characters, or tell you something new about what's happening, what the characters are feeling, what they're thinking, that sort of thing. So
sure,
having a character explain something is a great way of doing that.
Sure, yeah, but that's sort of what I think is that a lot of writers sort of miss is that, okay, just because the audience might have gotten it, that doesn't mean that the characters can't get something new out of it as well.
I just think it's
just fucking have it be a natural conversation instead of rushing it along.
Yeah, I just think it's not respecting the world you have created, because you're just well, I just want to tell this one story, so I just don't care about the world, I don't care about my characters, I just want to see the next set piece or whatever. You're not respecting your own work, writer. So, grow some fucking balls and write better. Damn it. Says I haven't written nothing in my life. Anyway. So cut to Trix. He says, I knew it. He stole my fucking tricks, huh? He fucking took them. And Kermit says, relax, Trix Rabbit. Nobody took your breakfast. Now I will give this info to Pac-Man and we'll get to the bottom of this before you continue training Tails. But until then, please stay with Cheetah Man, okay? And Tails says, okay, that sounds fine. Hello Kitty just looks deeply into Tails' eyes and says, I'm glad you're okay. And Tails, looking shook, says, thanks. So, it's getting saucy.
Oof. Oh, getting spicy in here.
It's getting pretty spicy in here. Then Kermit says, I'm going to inform Pac-Man. Keep an eye out for Ronald Tails. Which sounds like there's a character called Ronald Tails.
Yeah.
With no comma there. And also keep an eye instead of an eye.
Yeah.
And so Tails says, I will, don't worry. And Cheeto Man goes, okay, let's go outside for some fresh air, buddy. It's cool, guys. I'm gonna watch him. Yeah.
I love Cheeto Man.
Yeah, he's a chill sort of dude, but we know he can clearly kick ass when it counts.
Oh, hell yeah.
So Hello Kitty goes, okay, be careful. And then we get a meanwhile. And we cut to again, fucking Laserbot's establishing shot where it's just nothing. Cut to gray wall with gray ground. So you're telling me nothing.
Classic Laserbot.
Just cut to the outside of the... Because it's clever going to the troll base now. So just cut to the outside, then we know exactly where we are. But no, we cut to a wall with nothing on it. It tells us nothing about anything. Great stuff. So back to the two chuckle fucks, Tom and Sylvester. And Tom says, you know what, after thinking about it, it seems fit that Granny would avenge poor Tweety Bird's demise. I told you that bird was useless. Now, I didn't write this in my comments, but I believe this is the wrong... Oh no, avenge is used correct here. Well done, Laserbot, because people always fuck up revenge and avenge. Because revenge is...
Is the act or...
Well, it's inflicting harm on somebody else that has done it to yourself, but avenge is doing it to somebody else. So if somebody has inflicted harm to somebody else, you avenge them by going and harming them. So well done, Laserbot. You used
Prevenge is building a robot that takes over the entire fucking world.
Prevenge is doing something to no is a Minority
Age
Report
of
where
Ultron
you
reference.
What?
Age of Ultron reference.
Prevenge?
We're the Avengers, not the Prevengers.
Oh, don't remember that.
It's when he freaks out on him for building Ultron.
Oh, I see.
Or when they give him shit and he's just like, we're the Avengers, not the Prevengers. I don't know what avenge things. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like Minority Report where you arrest people for crimes they're gonna do in the future.
Yeah.
Or Psychopaths also has an element of that.
Mm.
And so Sylvester strikes back at Tom, saying, that bird is more useful to me than your brains has ever been for you. And Tom gets pissed, of course. Bad neutral. Says, fuck you, you tiny dick motherfucker. You're as bad as you are in fist fighting as you are in fucking pussy. And Sylvester again, great comeback, says, well, your sister didn't seem to mind when I was fucking her pussy. And Tom gets legitimately annoyed here. And apparently it's revealed that Tom has a sister. He says, not cool, man. Not cool. He? You crossed the line, dude. Yeah. Not cool at all. That's my sister, bro. Not cool. Gently cares you, man.
He brought it back.
Yes, he brought back the gently cares, even though he still misspelled it. Because it's supposed to be gently caress. And then Sylvester says, okay, could you focus a little more? Keep your eyes open. We're still looking for leftover trolls. Leftover written 2 words. Tom is being all happy-go-lucky. He says, since you haven't noticed it yet, this place is a dead zone. All the trolls are dead. There is no life in this place because the trolls are dead. So relax. Our plan should be giving Coyote and Rob a hand. And then, back to the period humor. Stop ragging. And Sylvester...
classic period joke.
Classic. Sylvester says, I'm just saying, we need to always be on our guard. Dude, stop being paranoid. Wait, what was they saying? Something doesn't feel right.
Wait, no.
And then,
no!
And then we see a fucking...
No!
an evil-looking troll face coming out of the shadows. And as you remember...
Fuck! Laserbot! Fuck you! No!
If you're done ragging, Andre.
No! There is no kid! He died and we killed him!
Yeah, so in the previous chapter, it was set up that fucking Trollface, he had stolen Elmer Fudd's second cock, his rifle, a shotgun. And so we see it peeking out of the shadows, and then it shoots. And Sylvester goes, "Oh shit, there's a bullet coming right for us. No, wait, it's aiming for Tom. I have to stop it." And so as a pure fucking bro, Sylvester jumps in front of the bullet, but sadly gets fucking hit. And yeah, it's a hell of a cliffhanger, as we just see Tom's like shocked face at Sylvester all of a sudden gorily exploding. So this is a great cliffhanger. This is Akira Toriyama type shit right here. What is going on over there? I'm just hearing you like throwing shit around.
Well, okay. I am not okay.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. We'll see in the next chapter too, but it's actually genuinely pretty emotional. This scene between Rob and Sylvester after this.
You mean Tom and Sylvester, right?
Yeah, what did I say?
I thought you said Rob.
Well, maybe I did. I don't know. Tom and Sylvester, in any case. But yeah, it's a great cliffhanger, great chapter, and the following chapter is also based. But that will happen next time on Tails Gets Podcast.
Yeah.
Is Sylvester still alive, or did he get fucking murderized by Trollface here? Tune in for scenes from the next Tails Gets Trolled.
Yeah, good. Right.
Want to do any final bit here, Andre?
I just got one thing.
Yep.
Out of all the times you finally remember literary tools, you choose to remember fucking Chekhov's gun to kill Sylvester, you absolute cunt!
Based, I know.
Fuck Chekhov's gun!
More like Jackoff's gun. Alright, I guess
I'm not okay. I'm not okay.
His name is Tails, you know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail. He is the chosen one and a really fast learner. His friends are dying off like flies. Well, I guess he doesn't really know those guys, but he should still come save them. Rip Sylvester. Tails gets trolled. Tails gets trolled. Tails gets trolled. Tails gets trolled.